What is up, guys? Macabespeed coming at you. This is going to be an episode that you are not going to want to miss if you are a true air gunner. Arguably the most popular ammunition on the market in 25 caliber is going to go the distance today, gentlemen. We are going to go 100 yards with Polymags and see exactly what our accuracy is, as well as what our terminal energy is in this 3/4 inch board, guys. Let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. All right, guys, we're starting our journey today at Flag City, California. Just giving ourselves a quick fuel stop here, and then we're going to be on the road. It's going to be a great day. Definitely tune in for the whole thing. What is up, guys? Macabespeed coming at you. Back out here at the 100-yard range. This time we're hoping for better luck with the Hatsan Blitz in 25 caliber. One of my most popular uploads with the 25 caliber Blitz happens to be the Predator Polymag episode, in which we explored the ballistics, the energy, as well as the fitment in the magazine of that ballistic tip round. Today we're going to be stretching it out all the way to 75 and possibly 100 yards if the grouping is good at 75 yards, guys. Let's go ahead and get this thing dialed in at the 75-yard target first, and then see what we can do at 100 yards. Let's get right into it. Alright, guys, we got the Hatsan Blitz, we got the Predator Polymags, and we got a 75-yard target as verified by the drone footage you just saw. Let's get right into throwing a 10-shot group at that 75-yard target and seeing exactly what the Predator Polymags can do at this distance. Man, I'm out of breath. Damn. Now, before we go any further, guys, let's make one thing very clear. I am not a professionally instructed gunman. I am not some type of cool airgun sniper that you might see in a movie. I am just a guy with just some ammunition and just a rifle. Having said that, if you don't see a dime-sized group at 75 yards, don't judge me. Like I said, just a guy. The good thing about that, though, is that you're gonna get to see a snapshot of exactly what the everyman is pretty much able to expect from this rifle with this ammunition at this distance. That tripod is scary close to that target. They look very spatially close. Here we go, guys. It's all for the gram. Still out of breath. My cardio sucks. Alright, guys, we managed to get some pretty good shots downrange, and I'm hearing it slap the wood. Let's go take a look and see exactly what our results were. Ooh, that is better than I ever could have hoped for. Look at that, guys. That is so much tighter than we got with our Seneca domes at the original 100-yard and 75-yard testing we did. I cannot wait to stretch this thing out to the 100-yard distance, give it a couple of clicks to the left, and see what we do. Just for reference, most of those pellets are still in this board. They did not seem to pass through at 75 yards at a 200+ bar fill. All right, guys, we're moving on to the 100-yard target, and I'm making absolutely no adjustments to my scope whatsoever, except for a couple of clicks to the left, exactly like we talked about downrange. Now, like I said previously, I'm not the best shooter in the world. I'm just out here trying to give you guys that raw data on the Blitz at range. So if it's not the best group in the world, don't flame me in the comments. Just know I'm a regular guy doing regular stuff on his weekend. Let's get right into it, guys. I like doing that also because it sets the expectation that like anybody can do this, you know?
Well, yeah,
like I'm not special.
You're not.
The more you try and like proclaim how special you are on YouTube, the more they're willing to humble you quickly. Predator Polymags at 100 yards in the Blitz at great risk to my own GoPro. And fire. Just low. Raising to 2 mil dots. I don't know, guys, that looks pretty good from here. I'll have to look at the footage once I get down there, but from here that looks pretty good. Let's keep on rolling. And we're empty. All right, guys, so that's a complete magazine right there. That's 19 rounds downrange. Let's go retrieve our target and see exactly what we ended up with Polymags at 100 yards in the Blitz. All right, guys, so we did get some hits on target. Check this out. We got our Polymags on the 2-inch circle there. We got our Polymags in the board here. And once again, absolutely no pass through at 100 yards. All right, guys, I hope you really enjoyed that trip to the range, testing out the Polymags at the 75 as well as the 100-yard distance. I really was shocked as far as the accuracy grouping, especially at the 75-yard mark, guys. I mean, look at this. This is probably 5 to 6 shots, all within the size of an American 50-cent piece on this 75-yard target. As far as my own skill set is concerned, with my own equipment and my own setup, I'm very happy with this group, even though the point of impact is not where the point of aim was. If we had gone ahead and taken a little bit of time to kind of sight in and zero for this range, we probably could have put together a better showing for you guys on film. But by the same token, that wouldn't be a genuine review of the rifle that I typically have sighted in for my backyard ranges. I felt like making almost no adjustments to my scope before I got started was going to give me the most accurate feedback as far as what I needed to do to get on target on the range. One piece of background information: even though that scope has treated me incredibly well over the course of its life, I did notice that scope began to have issues right around the middle of this group. I lost all magnification from 4x to about 10x and was stuck between 10 and 16x zoom with no ability to dial the zoom down. So it's possible, without giving myself excuses here, that my optic may have been on the fritz and may need to be investigated before we make it back out to the range. I've already put an inquiry into Centerpoint, so we'll see exactly what they say, and hopefully we'll be able to get into that 6x24 game before we get out to the range next time. Now the 100-yard group, slightly wider, but once we got on target, guys, the accuracy grouping still continued to be fairly tight. Now the one thing that I'm very quick to admit in every single segment is that my age is definitely affecting my eyesight at this point. My thick glasses are basically Coke bottles, and the only types of scopes that I put on my rifles are large zoom, big glass items most of the time, just to compensate for that. I feel like if I had a little bit more magnification than the 16x that I was working at, I probably could have dialed this in just a little bit further. Like I said, guys, really hoping to get into that 6x324 zoom level game. Even though we didn't have a ton of pass-through at 75 yards, that points to these Polymags depositing all of their energy terminally downrange at that target without continuing the pass through, at which point energy would still be left in the round. That's going to prove very advantageous in hunting situations, guys. I think the only way that we can get better ballistic data is to go ahead and put a ballistic soap target at both 75 and 100 yards as well, and then go ahead and shoot that ballistic soap with the polymags so that we can go ahead and recover the rounds and see if at this distance, at this energy level, if they still go ahead and expand. Alright guys, I think it's a great place to end the video, but if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. You want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe for more with that notifications button so you can stay current on the channel, as well as when new videos come out. If you really like this video, make sure you share it so somebody else can see it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.